Welcome back. You're watching The Trend. It's lit, by the way. No, for real though, for real though. The hashtag is Hey Amina. I am really loving all of the feedback that we are getting, and I bet it's about to be even more once you find out who my next guest is. Now, the very first time that I met her, the first thing I said was, wow, you're so pretty. It's like looking in a mirror. But no, I'm kidding. But you know, when you get to be in her presence or hang out with her, she is so nice and so sweet and so kind that only adds to that beauty. And then also she's intelligent, and then also she's talented, and she pretty much does everything. The hashtag is Hey Amina. Kambua,
hi,
welcome
Amina.
to the show. This is the first time I think I'm interviewing you, right?
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Thank you for having me. You
So
look amazing.
excited. No.
We're kind of twinning.
I know, we are. But you got the memo. It was the one-hand thing.
Yes.
You got it, yeah?
Yes,
Good.
yes.
I like that you got that.
I work with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You're
working
stunning.
with you.
Do you get that a lot?
So are you?
Do you get that a lot?
My husband tells me every day, yes.
Hey, Hey. But welcome to the show. It's so good
Thank
to have you. And you do a little bit of everything. But if you were to describe yourself, who would you say Kambua is, and what does she do?
I would say Kambua is first and foremost what I want people to know of me is that I'm a singer, I'm an artist.
Okay.
And then I'm everything else. I'm a TV host, I've done a little bit of radio, I'm a wife, I'm
a bit of this.
I heard you say I'm a model. I'm like, Amina thinks I'm a model. This is good. So anyway, so I'm a little bit of everything, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I ask how old you are?
Yes, I am. You know, the year that Jesus started doing miracles, me and Jesus tuko hapo tunapelekana on the 3rd floor.
Oh, is that 34?
It's a little younger than 34, 33, yes.
33?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You look 22 or something.
Oh, thank you, you're kind.
Do you work out? Do you watch what you eat?
I would really love to tell you that
Okay.
I work out, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I sort of watch what I eat.
Yeah.
My dad was very big on healthy eating and living well, so I've sort of started taking that on, especially when you hit the 3rd floor. Things are not the same with your body. You can't just be careless with how you live, with what you're taking in. So I'm a lot more aware of what I eat. But no, I don't work out. I'm not a health freak or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your relationship with God.
Yes.
Because ever since we've known Kambua, we've known you as a gospel artist.
Yes.
Yeah. So when did that start?
I grew up in a Christian family, so I started singing in church from when I was really young. But I started my career as a gospel artist, I want to say officially 7 years ago.
Okay.
So yes, but it's been a journey of music from when I was really little. My mom is musical, my dad was also musical, and then of course I grew up in the church in praise and worship, in choir, and eventually it led me to knowing that I wanted to take music as my career path, and my walk with God convicted me to not just live my life for me and not to just create music that entertains me, but music that lifts me and in turn lifts other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do that with your messaging as well. Like when you talk to people and when you
Yes.
post things online, that's
Yeah.
also very important to you to always speak to someone who's going through a rough patch.
Yeah, because people are going through stuff. I mean, I've gone through stuff, and I know that there's a lot of, especially on social media, there's a lot of cover up.
Yeah.
We all
A
want to
lot.
look like we're doing so well, but people are breaking, you know. So you hear someone committed suicide and you go to their Instagram and it doesn't add up. So I know that it's a space that is filled with so much emptiness and so much negativity that I feel that I must intentionally put out positive messages that will hopefully, you know, cheer somebody up every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so unfortunate that, you know, you ended up being on the other side of
Yes.
social media, because we
Yes.
never hear anything controversial about Kambua. You know, Kambua is so clean and sweet and nice. And we're like, okay. And then there's one time, pop, in December, right before we crossed over.
Yeah, we just crossed over.
We had just crossed over
Yes.
to 2018. And then, bam, this story just made headlines everywhere. One, how was that like? And two, do you want to talk about what happened? Because me and Kisi Juni nilifanyika Kambua. Seti suniambie.
So here's the thing, Amina. One, it goes with the territory. You would know that. As soon as you're in front of people doing whatever, whether you're singing or doing whatever, you will always be in front of the people's opinion courts. So it could just be that your dress was torn, you know?
Yes.
So what happened, I would not want to go into details because we've already moved past that. And it's water under the bridge. But, you know, there was an incident that happened that was obviously blown out of proportion. And the person person in question is my colleague who I respect and work with at our media house. So anyway, yes, I was on the negative side of it, and it doesn't feel good, honestly. It doesn't feel good. But there's things that I learned from that experience. One is to be, just because I was on the receiving end, it's actually not the first time I've been on the receiving end of firing squad.
What is the tea?
It's just, it's just
not
probably a bigger one. You know, it had more noise.
Which one is the other one? Tell us.
You're trying to dig that on my life. Go Google it.
No, tell me. Because I Googled and I was like, Kambua controversy. Nothing came up. No, I didn't dig that. I'm kidding. I just Googled Kambua and that was one of the only things that came up. So what was the other incident? And was it also something that got you trolled online?
You know, it hasn't been things that I've done. It's been opinions people have about my life.
Okay.
You know, so what I was saying is being on the receiving end of that kind of negativity, I've learned to be very, to be compassionate with people, especially people who are in the same line of duty, if I would say, fellow musicians, fellow anchors and whatever. And that if I see that Amina is being trolled, if I can, I'll call you or I'll text you. Because usually when you're going through everything, it feels like your world is ending, and it's not. You know, negativity has a way of magnifying itself to look as though, oh my gosh, Amina, the world hates you, it's over, your career is over. It's not true. I've learned to also rise above that kind of thing, and to let, you know, people know that I still have love for them and for what I do. I can't say that this will be the last time I'll be on the receiving end of negatives. There'll probably be something else a few years down the line or a month down the line. But in everything, I'm grateful because it has built me. It makes me a better person. And yeah.
It happened.
It happened, yeah.
But I think the one that, and maybe that's the one you're referring to, I think it's when people talk about your personal life.
Yes.
It's okay when you talk about my job.
Yes.
Yes. But when it's personal, and people had a lot of comments about your husband when you got married. It's supposed to be such a happy time in your life, man. The two may tie the knot. If you like, then you should have put a ring on. And someone put a ring on it. I was at your wedding. I enjoyed it. It was so expensive. And nice, and nice. Such good food, and was filled with love. You know, and people had a lot of comments, and they said that your husband is much older, and this and that. What is your response to that?
You know, my husband honestly is the best thing that has happened to me. Let me first say that, and I know he's watching, so hi, baby. But two. My husband, you know, has white hair, which I really love. And I think because he has white hair, people say, oh, he's so old. We're barely a decade apart, he and I. But even if he was 20 or 30, if he's the one who chose me, I would still love him, and it still would not matter what people say. And so this is what I'm saying, that as you go, as you do this thing, as I do my career, I know that people will have an opinion over everything, over, you know, children. Does she have children? They'll have an opinion, you know, they will not like it.
They ask
even
about
if
children?
I had all the time.
Oh man, how does that feel? I know that one's
horrible.
A tough one.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Today actually, sometimes I let it slide because I'm like, okay, I don't even have time for you. Other times I engage it. Today I saw a comment and I deleted it because, you know, this guy commented on my Instagram and he says, when are you going to get pregnant? You're getting old, you know. And I remember thinking, the reason why it angers me, Amina, is because people don't even know what your journey is like. They don't know what you're struggling with. They don't know if you even want to have children. They have no idea.
They don't know if you can have children.
They don't know if you can have children. There's so many people, especially now, today, women who are struggling with infertility. And it's so unfortunate that we've become such a culture of being so intrusive and putting people down, shaming each other on things like that, on when are you getting married, or, you know, that kind of thing. And I would wish that I would wish that it would people would be sensitized to that, because I have people even who are close to me who might not be at the forefront like I am, but who go through that every day, from family, from friends, for when are you having kids, or you have one child and when are you having another child.
That's where I'm at right now.
Okay, so I will never ask you that question, just because I don't know why you don't have another child. And I think that if you're comfortable, you will tell me why you haven't, but if you're you're not, I would respect that, and I'll pray for you, Amina.
Yes.
And leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, pray for me. I need more prayers. I need a lot
Praying
of prayers.
for you.
Now listen, your husband is a minister.
Yes.
Would you ever get into ministry? Is that something that you would actively do?
Well, I'm in ministry. My music is
Actively?
my ministry.
No, like,
I'm
you know,
actively-
in church, you know what I mean, like.
You know, I think
pastor.
that if I don't know that I'll be a pastor.
Okay.
I think that eventually I will be in full-time ministry.
So,
eventually.
okay.
It's just that now I have other things that I'm doing, and I'm grateful for those things because they're also helping me make ends meet, and
Yeah.
I have a lot of energy for it. But I know that these things come in seasons.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I want to be in full-time ministry.
Yeah. Some of the things that you're doing, FGM is one of them.
Yes.
Why is that a passion for you?
Because I'm passionate about young girls, and I know that FGM in some of our communities in Kenya is still being practiced, so it's stopping girls from completing their school.
Yes.
Once they go through the cut, they're ready for marriage. So a friend of mine who I work closely with, Josephine Kulea, has, you know, she gets to rescue these girls from FGM, and some of them are as young as 5, you know. So when you think of what it's doing to interfere with a young girl's, you know, right to growing up and having an education, then it makes me know that as an artist, I can't just bury my head in the sand and act like nothing is happening. I can do some. I can be a voice for some of these things. So yes, I'm very passionate about FGM and just, you know, even the complications it brings for women in general. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There is a question that I saw that I'm going to ask you later on. I've just seen it scrolling down there at the bottom of the screen. But Annie's on the other side, and I bet there are comments and there are questions. And what do people want to know?
First things first, someone wants to know if you guys have the same designer. Jizo dresses Zeno.
Sorry, I'm talking to my director. Okay. And then I was like, oh, we're still on. Oh well. And what are people saying?
So we have Kimao the finance who says Kambua is very beautiful, especially her tattoo, which people are asking why she's hiding, but ask her why she quit acting. And then we have another one from Calvin who says Ati Kambua is miraculously how old, looking beautiful and bigger to that man who appreciates you. Umeanza clothing line ama?
Clothing line.
And then we have another one from Kevin who says she looks amazing and her songs are always sermons that change people's lives. And then another one from Audi who says Kambua looking pretty as always, her music always an inspiration. Another one here from Governor who says she has really inspired me and stayed relevant in the Kenyan gospel industry. Wish other upcoming artists, especially the young ones, could learn some tips from her. And then another one from, this one is from the meme challenge. This one says, ukishanga kwa nini haunanga akili alafu uambi ulikuwa admitted Kerechu ukiwa mtoto. Wacha niende hivi na kam. Wacha mimi niende hivi na kam.
Wow, 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 wow. I think you were talking about our director, Mike. Hey, Mike. Anyway, so the hashtag is here, Mina. Do keep it coming, do keep it coming. she's going to answer the question of quitting and her tattoo. Do you have any other tattoo?
No, just this one.
Just that. Do people talk to you and like where?
Oh, that's another.
Wa Mungu,
that's actually
na tattoo?
Yes, that's another reason I've been trolled in the past. I don't know why I forgot about that.
That was another one.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So yes, there's.
It is pretty.
Thank
it's so
you.
pretty. Let's see. Let's get a zoom in on that tattoo. I think it's so cute.
Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
it's okay.
I
there.
like it. I like it.
So pretty. Was it painful?
It was bearable.
Okay. How old were you?
Okay, enough.
How old are you? How old are you?
I was 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did it bring problems at home? Were they like, why?
You know what
Why?
happened? I was living very far away from home when I got it. So when I came on holiday, whenever I'd come into the house, I'd have a shawl. And one time, I was saying hi to my aunt who had visited me, and the shawl just slipped. And I remember my mom going like, hey, you know, in Kamba, chune chao, or, you know, like, what is that? And my mom was not very happy at that time about it. Neither was my dad. He had a lot to say. But then eventually, you know, it's there, it's
when
there.
When they can't scratch it off, they were like, okay,
you can scratch it off. But yes, I like it, and I know that it's usually a very controversial with a lot of people. And I tell them, I mean, it's there already, so.
I like it. I think it looks so cute. Anyway, wacheni kwa hit. Checking picture. So Kambua, at one point in her life, alikuanga actress. She thought we didn't know, but we do know.
Yikes.
So that's a picture there. Sijui alikuanga
oh my gosh, I'm so chubby. Where'd you get that picture from?
We got
Amina?
sources. We got people.
Oh my gosh. People don't know that about my past. No, I'm kidding. They do know.
So now,
Yeah.
because you're an actress, we want to see just how good of an actress you used to be, right?
Yikes.
So what I want you to do, I'm going to give you scenarios. Are you ready?
Yes.
And I want you to act out these scenarios. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Get yourself in the zone. Good. Great, fantastic. All right, so scene one. Nigerian woman angry with her daughter after realizing she is pregnant. Dun. And scene, go.
Amina, you want to tell, you're what? You're pregnant? How did you even get pregnant? Do you know what pregnant means?
No, mama.
You are not, my house, you pregnant, you and you're pregnant outside my house.
That was really good. I think a Kambua lady, this is going to be so easy.
Gosh.
A Kambua lady with an accent explaining to her boss that she ran out of stock.
Aye.
Asi? I think it's Asi. But okay, and action.
Tafadhali, sina, hakuna Elisha.
Elisha.
Nilikuambia sina.
Uliniambia lini?
Labda kuja kesho. Kesho nakwambia, yani kesho kuja nitakuwa nayo. Leo sina aki.
Elisha aje?
Watu walinunua, unajua niko na demand. Vitu yangu inakuanga mzuri. Ikikuja tu inaenda. That's for my people.
It's like hot things. Alright, so a Sunday school teacher teaching kids a new song that you have to make up.
That I have to make up.
Yeah, you have to make it up.
Hey.
All right, fine. I'm going to change that one because I've been told it's the last one. A watchman asking for an ID. You've gone through this 1,000 times.
I just don't know how to. They're like the best actors on earth. I don't know how to imitate a watchman. They terrorize me each time.
Try.
I'm never ready.
Okay, sawa. Because I had like 64 of them.
Yes.
Mama Mboga selling nyanyas. And you have to be very loud because I'm walking and I'm all the way over there. And action.
Customer. Bei rahisi sana kuja customer. 20 bob tufunge kazi. Customer kuja.
Madam, unauza nini hapa?
Nauza nyanya.
Hizi nyanya zako sura mbaya.
Hapana, hii ni ya leo. Hii wacha nikwambie. Hata ukitembea hapa utapata ingine kama hii.
Kwa nini?
Hautapata, hata uliza. Enda uangalie alafu kuja. Utaniambia tu.
Mimi nitaenda.
Enda utakuja tu.
Kwa nini kuje?
Utakuja tu, sababu yangu haiwezi linganishwa. Unaona hii yangu ni ya leo.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Kambua. Anyway, someone asked why Kambua quit singing. She did quit singing. In fact, she came here to drop a song.
Yes.
Here it is. It's a brand new single. Do you want to look at the camera and tell us about your song? Introduce the song rather?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm so excited about this song because Count Your Blessings simply reminds me that God has done so much for me. And sometimes you go through things and situations and seasons. When I wrote this song, Amina, I had gone through a deep valley. That was sometime last year. And when I came out of it, or rather when I was coming out of it, was really God just reminding me that He's blessed me in so many ways. I have a family that loves me. I have a career that is working. I have, just so much around me that has worked. And He has been good and He's been gracious. So I hope as you listen to this song, you'll be reminded about the goodness of God over your lives. Thank you, Saint P, for producing this song. Thank you, Sami D, for shooting a video, and everyone who took part in making it just magical. But I hope that it will bless you as you listen to the song.